The seven what?
Habits of effective people.
7 habits of highly effective people.
Yes. And we are in here being very highly effective people. And we are talking about becoming a transition person. What do you got to do?
So basically, it says who has been a transition person for you personally. So I said my mother was my transition person because hearing the stories of all the things that she's gone through and living the life that I live is completely different than what she's told me that she's experienced. So the fact that, one, the experiences are completely different says that she's able to know right from wrong, Understand that the things that you went through, you don't have to go through. You don't have to continue to keep finding peace in what destroyed you. And then it also asks, what effect/influence did this person have on you? I said, she shows me that my lineage can be grown and monopolized with intention. Because ultimately, I feel like if I'm intentional with being here and being in this workshop with all these people, I keep getting the, wow, you're so young. But it's like, I'm actually genuinely interested in what this has to pertain, and the information I can get from it. So as far as monopolizing and taking the information I'm learning and knowing how to interpret it for myself. And then the third question is identify a specific situation in which you could become a transition person. I said using my social platforms to interact with all generations and speak out to what I know. So when you said as the apple turns, I was like, literally, that's what I wrote down.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a cool little day here.
Yeah, I'm experiencing my first workshop from the perspective of valuing workshops. I know I'm in here with a bunch of teachers, but if you're actually intentional in this room, you can pull something from here, which I'm being intentional, and it sounds like Adoy is being intentional.
I cried earlier, guys. I made this woman cry, and I was like, is she crying because I'm crying, or is she crying because of what I told her and how it made her feel? Because essentially I went and told her about the whole deceased brother thing, and I had mentioned how you got to be mindful of the impact you leave on people. And because basically what I had written down was I had saw Derek that day, but I was upset at you, and I was I had an attitude, so I didn't go downstairs to say goodbye. But that was the last time I saw him. So for that being, don't let the attitude carry and create more destruction. So that's kind of what it turned into. And then her whole spiel with how she said that she had saw her 12-year-old son bossing his 3 little sisters around. I'm like, well, that's exactly he's not being intentional with his big brother show, I guess. Yeah. No, it definitely created some sort of it is not that I forgot about how I feel about these things, but I'm not currently embodying
these things taught you.
Exactly.
If you truly learned from it, why aren't you living differently?
Exactly. And on top of that is this happened 4 years ago. So as far as me how much of that time in the 4 years have I been intentionally moving with that? What's it called? The P word. Paradigms. Paradigms.
Yeah, that's like that. R.I.P. to Nate Dogg. I had to regulate. If someone's death truly is worth honoring, why haven't you changed your lifestyle? Why are you continuing on? Somebody's death did not impact you to where you created a paradigm shift. We know this because Takeoff died the exact same way that Warren G almost died in that song. So how are we honoring Nate Dogg's death by not learning from his mistakes that he left a whole roadmap to? So to me, if you're not altering your paradigms or your cycles based off of your lived or learned experience from others, you're wasting your time. You're not capitalizing on other people's time, and you basically just
cycle. And it's not even a good cycle because life is a cycle. Because I've been seeing more I literally saw a picture of this guy. He had an onion, it was an onion, but every little layer had a little blurb, and I was funny enough, we just talked about the onion theory.
Yeah.
So just walking into these conversations, this entire day has basically been what I've been writing about myself. Yesterday I was in my room writing, and it's this is literally what I was writing about, being intentional with my time and my my not just energy, because I don't think every interaction I have is energy based. Because I feel like I also gotta have a world lens on it.
Everybody's not worth your
Exactly.
energy.
Not everybody is going to accept or give me, so it's gotta be regular baseline.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
All right, y'all, it's lunchtime. Y'all make sure that you are being highly effective. This is fun experiencing
Actually,
my child as a student. Hey, your microphone.